Banana peel, as they say.
The opportunity is there. The opportunity is there. Oilers just have to take it. But first things first, 14 minutes of a decider. Strathmore Leos doing the job on Quer, booking their ticket to the Cup final. Quer will be playing the third and fourth playoff match. Another opportunity on offer for some points. Quer really should be proud of this weekend's exploits when making their way for that Cup quarter and into the semis. No mean feat. Time now for Emmanuel Opondo to kick us off. KCB kicking off. Emmanuel Opondo goes high. Travels the required 10 meters, tapped backwards. A race. And the referee will be calling it back. A knock on in the air there by KCB.
Onyala with the knock on as he tried to tap the ball back to his teammates.
Well, this should be an interesting fixture. These are good teams, coached well, quality players. The odds would be stacked against Menengai Oilers simply because KCB are the current league leaders. But make no mistake, the Menengai Oilers are capable of upsetting the order of the day. They did that last year at the Driftwood Sevens where they beat KCB. It's been a really, really painful part for KCB over the years during the sevens. Volley sizing up. Floyd doing his defensive duties well. Nakuru County left with one individual in cup contention. John Okoth goes down the blind. Elvis Olukusi coming in high. It's a battle here. Strong fight. That's a knock on as they attempted to place the ball. It's a fight here. Shows goes down blind. Big bump off there. Vincent Onyala has really gone through it this weekend. However, he stands strong. Asati there declining that attempt to be bumped off. Goes for the ankle. Fights for every beat.
Asante, one of the best tacklers in Kenya rugby, I would argue, especially when it comes to small man versus big man.
Yes, he never shies away from the contact area. Festus to Floyd. Floyd now looking to dance his way to the try line. Floyd, at some point, Floyd did make a move to the Menengai Oilers, but it wasn't a successful transfer. Now here's an opportunity, plying his trade with KCB. Smadi not finding it easy this time round. John Okoth there smartly pulling in Asati into that maul. It wasn't a maul because no KCB player had joined in, but then that small pull there meant that Asati became part of that, and KCB had to use or lose it, and they lost that battle.
KCB are decent in defense so far.
Yes, they look decent, but they've not been attacked as much. I think the possession now could be 50-50, but maybe Oilers edging it now. This scrum feed, strong shove there, knock on.
There you go, it's a good defensive scrum by KCB, and that's one of the reasons why you have Party in the team.
Yes, this is why you have the big boys who are now expected. But I did expect Abukuse, John Okoth and Fortuna to also hold, because they're not small in stature either. It's just that they were not ready. That is, I think, an opportunity. You can see right now they'll probably hold on to this scrum quite well.
I think KCB have targeted the set piece here.
Yes, they have.
By having selected those particular players in there as forwards.
You can see they're rushing up on Floyd, 3 on him.
Yes, they are. It's a danger man, Floyd, but he's released that one, I think, legally.
Yes, that is a legal release. Alvin Cavoli making the chase down, trying to cut down the angle. And he's Samuel Asati
Asati gets the edge there.
trying time. KCB, that ball was tunneled back. The whole defensive lot was interested in making sure that Floyd doesn't hit the ground and forgot to defend the outside part. That is the blind.
Yes, we've seen this even in Kenya Sevens. They hold the player up. But apparently KCB had a back door there with enough space just to fit for the ball for Asati to pick it up and race all the way to the try line.
Yes, that's heads up play. Most definitely, Samuel Asati was ready for that. He knew that that was the only way, or it was either they were being held up or they were going to sneak down the blind, and exactly they did sneak down the blind. KCB 5, Oilers 0.
So far it's a good contest, this one. Oilers holding their own here, even though KCB have just scored.
Manuel goes high, goes long. Enough time allowed for Vincent Onyala and company to make their way to tackle somebody in the air. Referee playing an advantage. John to Philip, Philip to Fortune, Fortune, John shows. Bob Muhati against John Okot. John Okot will be going round. Bob Muhati pulling in. Bob Muhati fighting so hard, and that is Bob doing a very, very good defensive tackle there. A good chase. And wow, I didn't expect John Okot to be caught there by Bob Muhati.
Neither did I there, Walter, but I suspect Bob may want to take the knee at this point. He is blowing that real good scramble defense there by Muhati.
So this type of moments that really determine that the players will be looking back and they'll be like, that was the moment that we either could have gone down.
Yeah,
or
it could be a turning moment there. That could be easily a turning moment as Bob again does come here to send the pass. Not his best pass there for Bob, but he had done enough there for.
The tackle there, turnover effective. Dennis Abukuse tackle, turnover. Perfect, picture perfect there for any young rugby player coming up. That's how you tackle, release, and go for that coveted prize, which is the ball. Oilers with an attacking platform, that should be a good platform for them to attack. 1v1 on the outside. Daniel Kipchichi will be looking to square it out with Festus Chiasi, as Alvin Havoli on the other wing will be looking to take on Floyd Wabuire. And just at the halfback fly-half position, Philip Okeo, John Okot's younger brother, looking to take on Emmanuel Opondo. Making numbers on the open side, 1v1, Alvin versus Floyd. Floyd goes to the floor. Oilers.
But allow me to interrupt here, but Bob is blowing Muhati.
Yes, the gasket needs a bit of a change.
He is blowing. That looks like a high tackle, a high hit on the head.
Strong tackles there. John comes down the blind. 2v1. Daniel Kipchirchir. That is a big bump off there, ladies and gentlemen. That is
Knocked on.
Manuel Opondo.
He's a judge for knocked on.
Yes, that is a knock on there on the floor, but KCB scrambling hard on defense, and the referee noticing big bump off there, stopping him nonetheless. That is the small bubble there of the ball, handing KCB the advantage going into halftime. The halftime score, KCB 5, Menengai Oilers 0.
like there's been some substitutions. But I think that one of the players who was very happy to hear that halftime whistle was Bob Muhati. He had done a lot of work, especially on that chase down the line. I hope he's caught his breath during the halftime break.
Well, we don't know if he's caught his breath. Kicked long and deep. Manuel Opondo, reliable as always. Floyd cutting down against the grain. Floyd looking to race the defenders. Sati goes up, passes it hard, gone into touch. Good defense there by the Menengai Oilers. Feeding off the crowd there, the energy. Still a one try difference between the two. It's everyone's game to play this second half. Speaking of substitutes, I don't think I have seen Elvis Olukusi get a minute or two off the pitch.
Well, you've had Osababora and Bora Saba, but I think so far the last 2 weeks from substitutions I've seen, Walter, is that I would argue Coach Mwanja has done a good balance spreading across game time across his team. But you're right, I think Olukusi, I've not seen him. I think he's played every minute for the last 2 tournaments.
Yes, he has. That short routine at the front there, working rightfully for Oilers. Daniel Kipchirchir is shaking at his Floyd Wabuire versus Havoli. Havoli winning
the blind
battle.
There was a blind opportunity there, I thought.
Yes, there was an opportunity, but there is always an opportunity until it's gone.
Until it's not an opportunity.
Yes, that's a high tackle there. Referee playing an advantage. Philip Okeo kicks behind. He knows there's nobody home. An advantage being played. An advantage not gained there. Oilers have that high tackle, courtesy of Olukusi's high tackle. Oilers with a penalty.
Just a 1 score difference here. If Oilers get a score here, I think they'll get some confidence.
Yes, they need confidence. And they will elect to go for the scrum down. Once again looking to bring that battle 1v1. Maura there feeding the scrum. They come down this side once again. Open blind. You wouldn't know where they're fashioned to go, but they eventually fashion that ball backwards. Philip Okeo with some hot potato ball to handle. Steps Elvis Olukusi in, out. Havoli needs all the pace, but knows very well that the defensive line and the defense plus the touch line were involved in that tackle.
I did say, Walter, that he's one of the best defensive scrum-ups. Asati put in the shoulder there and got the player out into touch.
Also, you can see that he was aware of the threat and went down that channel quickly to shut it down. It's that awareness, the ability to know where the threats are. And at that instance, he was the sweeper and made that tackle successfully.
Well, it was a good tackle, a good defense there from Asati, but I think there was an opportunity there for a bit more evasive play from the Oilers attacker. They still have the ball here. There's still a threat here, Walter, as
ball not straight, okay? Just off the
I think the referee says not straight line out.
Yes, he says the lineout wasn't straight. KCB guilty of giving away that opportunity 5 meters out. An opportunity here for Menengai Oilers to draw the game or maybe take the lead if they do score close enough to the H.
I think they look good enough here to contest here. Oilers have come to contest this one, but they look really, really good as far as the attack is concerned. They look dangerous. I hope they can string the passes here. Looks like a knock on.
KCB were always going to challenge for that time. Oilers, we have the benefit of the replay. It's a try awarded. Arturo confusing Sami Mwaura. There you see, there was a slight bubble there, but the scrum was also not doing them a favor. It was shaky. Samuel Mwaura there getting the 5-pointer for the Oilers side, leveling up the scores. Hopefully this conversion by Dennis Abukuse sails wide.
Eventually, Muhati was substituted there. Remember that KCB were dominating the scrums in the first half, but Oilers have done some really good adjustments in that one. And by the way, that adjustment made a difference in that scrum, because when Oilers had their own scrum in the first half, KCB was really disruptive. But this time they were able somehow, not sure that it was a substitution of Muhati being off the pitch, but they got the ball back and scored.
Yes, the changes there. Ball travels 10. Manuel Opondo goes back the blind. He knows quite well the numbers are situated down that line. Philip Okeo, the last ditch defense. There's no clear release there. The referee gives KCB an opportunity. They'll be asking for a scrum down, if I'm not wrong, or probably going for touch or tap and go. They have 3 options. They've asked for a scrum down. Looking to create an opportunity for Floyd or Festus or even Emmanuel Opondo, or even probably